Many parishes across the country have festivals. We have one here at St. Demetrius too. And a great part of the income that comes from the festivals is used to pay the operating budget of the church. How does that fit into this program?
Well, I take a very hard line on that.
Do you?
And
Okay.
yeah, and it sometimes is controversial, but it's what I truly believe. And the example I use is I ask people if they've ever invited anybody to their house, and everybody raises their hand. And then I ask them, when they invited somebody to their house, did they ask them to pay part of the utility bill? And they always laugh. And then I get real serious and real in their face and say, you think that's funny? Why don't you think that's funny in God's house? Because that's essentially what we're saying. What we're saying is, God, you are not important enough to us for us to make sure that your house is maintained and properly functioning and has all the resources necessary. And that to me is a sin. I mean, that's just not righteous. And so it comes off as being anti-festival. Interestingly enough, I'm not anti-festival. I mean, I've been working.
It's talking about switching the paradigm.
Yeah, that's exactly right. I've been working my festival from day one, and I love it, and it's a wonderful opportunity. But let's look at the facts, because we kind of sometimes reshape the facts the way we'd like them to be. We say we do the festival to share our heritage. We say we do the festival to get people to work together. Those are true, but those are the excuses we came up with after the real reason why is we were running out of money in the late 70s and early 80s, and we'd figure, let somebody else kick in. There is, however, one extraordinarily important reason to do a festival beyond those other reasons that are fine. And that is outreach and evangelism.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
We need to use our parishes as invitations for people to come in, to see our churches, to listen to our clergy, to listen to people share about what we believe. We need them to see the way we act with each other, the way we interact with each other, how we treat each other, how we treat them. We need them to say, you know, I think they got something going on over there. I'd kind of like to know a little bit more.
Is
It is an incredible opportunity for witness in a lot of different respects. Now, there's going to be money made because after all, we're pretty good at this, right? And if we're not going to use it for the operation of our church, because that's our responsibility, that's our commitment to God. See, God doesn't parcel out his commitment to us based on our sin ratio, right? When we commit more sins, he doesn't really...
On a scale.
Yeah, that's right. So what are we going to do with all those profits? Well, now we have an even more incredible opportunity, because now we take that money and we do amazing things in the communities we live in the world in which we live. Again, part of that outreach, missionary, evangelistic kind of work. And think about it from a selfish perspective. If everybody in the community knew that by coming to support the St. Demetrius Festival or the Annunciation Cathedral Festival, they are also helping to do X, Y, and Z, sure, they're going to feel better about it. They're going to feel better about getting people out other people there, and it's going to drive even more level of enthusiasm and activity. So festivals aren't evil in their own right. We have subverted our responsibility and try to lay it off on somebody else. That's a problem. But they can be repurposed in an exciting way. And as an example, you mentioned this earlier, in the metropolis of Atlanta, we're involved in a strategic planning exercise. And one of the strategic goals that one of the task forces has come up with is creating a new vision for festivals and other fundraising activities to repurpose them, refocus them. And I think that's going to be real exciting.
I think so. Okay.